Knife dope. More dope. Come and get your fix. What's up, fuckers? Your boy's back with a fresh batch of dope. Knife dope. That's right, people. The hits don't stop. Look what your boy done did again. I stay fucking up. That's right. You know I never shit you. I have attempted yet again to add another Benchmade to the collection. Now, I think at this point I am just, I just love to torture myself. Must love to lose some goddamn money too. The most recent Benchmade torture test I did was I purchased the Mini Adamas in May of this year, so about a month back. Paid $400 for it and realized quickly that it wasn't for me. Ended up selling it and I lost my ass on it. And you'd have thought that perhaps I'd have learned my lesson from that, but literally 24 hours before Blade Show, I decided to try it one more time, and I picked up this this Mini Freak. Now I think perhaps I might have won this round of the competition because I think I'm going to keep this one. S90V. So we've got the Steel of the Gods, nice red accented set of tits. Same thing for those standoffs. Loving the carbon fiber. And as much as I have been, as much as I've grown a disdain for the Atlas locks or Access locks, I'm actually not mad at this one. Perfect size. We got 7 inches overall. So right now, I think we got a win. We could chalk this up as a win. Now, as great as this looks and as good as that sounds, that's not what we're here to talk about, people. Not at all. Got a new batch of dope that was sent to me by the homie, the Beard of Doom. And so without further ado, let's get to the dope. Now, let me give you guys a little bit of inside information. Mr. Doom, I ran into him at Blade Show. He's a personal friend of mine, and he was working the keto booth. And he's got a new folder out called the Soul Stone. So I highly recommend that you guys give it a shot. Check him out and see if it's for you. But I wanted to make sure that I touched base with him while at the show, which I did. And he tried to get me to buy this knife. Like he brought it to my attention, said this was a new release. They had just dropped it at the show. I had so much going on that I didn't even really give it much thought. I just kept it moving. And then after the show, when I actually took a minute to look at the knife, I said, shit, did I fuck up? So I reached out to him and he actually sent it down my way for me to check out, give a good thorough inspection of it. This is coming from Carbon Knives. Now, these have actually been OEM'd by Kido. This is a collaboration with the legendary, iconic Mr. Ken Onion. This is his design. And this one is called the Buckhorn. Now, I'll tell you, people, I can't believe that I didn't give this a shot when I had the opportunity in person. Price currently on these is about $270, $275, depending where you're getting it at. We've got gorgeously milled, contoured titanium scales, frame lock for the locking mechanism. Really digging this bullet casing big pivot. Such a unique touch on that one. Milled titanium pocket clip. We're going to get more on that here in a minute. Couple forms of deployment. We've got a nice set of slanted tits with some nice milling lines as well. Very, very well done. And this low pro flipper. So let's check it out. Woo! D10 is dialed the fuck in. Look at that blade, people. We're going to call that like a drop foot, maybe, right? A little bit of sheep's foot, a little bit of drop point, something like that. Regardless, this is a big old girl, and big girls need loving too. We've got 8.78 inches, so damn near 8.8. Of that, 3.8 is in this wonderful blade here. Like I said, we're going to call this maybe a modified sheep's foot, modified drop point, or maybe just a drop point with quite a bit of belly. CPM S35 VN is the steel. We've got a full flat grind, digging that swedge there on the spine. Now, this hoe is super thin behind the edge. I did not take no measurements, but we've got 120,000 blade stock thickness. Add all that up, and what do we got? A certified slicey hoe. Generous finger choil will definitely accommodate that full purchase, no refund. We got 4.3 ounces for the weight. Unfortunately, the pocket clip is right hand tip up, and they've even got a big old lanyard hole for those weirdos. Now, all the positive things about this knife that I just mentioned, there are a few things which I'm not really digging too much. Nothing too major. Nothing I guess we would call like a deal breaker. But the most glaring issue I'm having is with this pocket clip. Horrendous. Tension is horrible. It's got one screw, unless they've got like a placeholder pin, which they might. But regardless, it does tend to shake side to side. And it is, I've got it tight. You know, I didn't want to go too tight because this isn't my knife. But I have it snug enough to where it shouldn't be an issue. And then the next glaring issue I'm having is the lock bar axis. Now, the weird thing is, though, even though we don't see no lock bar axis, they did kind of give us a little bit of a chamfer there on the show side scale. And unbelievably, it's actually very easy to disengage. So maybe I need to take that off my con side of the list, because even though the axis isn't there like I normally like it to be, I have no issues disengaging it. Straight drop action, detent tuned to perfection. I mean, this is a fucking winner. Keto has been stepping their game up, you know. They really have, you know. They remember when they first started making knives, they were having Reich do the OEM, and now they do their own shit. But this is impressive. So impressive that I'm actually starting to wonder if perhaps I shouldn't have bought you know, I only bought 3 knives, but I'm going to after we go over some comparisons, I'm going to actually reflect and see if maybe I should have got this one instead of one of these other knives. So let's go ahead and start out like this. Gotta roll with America first. We're going to go with the Spyderco Manix 2, rocking those original GOAT scales. You can get those same scales yourself. Just head on over there to originalgoat.com and be sure to use code FUCKER for 15% off your purchase. All right, next up, we got this one, the Kaiser October. Very similar designs, or rather not design, but, you know, color configuration. We've got the bullet casing, so you got that brass color, and then we've got a brass, you know, pivot collar, and then we've got the titanium. Just the color scheme kind of reminded me of one another, but, you know, disregard that. Let's do a couple more, shall we? More American dope for your palate. We got Big Mama. We're talking about the AD20. Next up, a little bit of Taiwan in your life. We're going to go with the Large Drift. Also a slicey hoe. And also a little bit smaller than the Buckhorn. Let's do 2 more. God damn it, 2 more. How about the sexiest, goddamn the fairest known to man? And then we're going to go with one of my Blade Show purchases, which is going to be the Cold Steel FM1. And so once again, the Buckhorn is bigger than those. So like I teased you in the beginning of this episode, or rather video, I wanted to refresh your memory on the knives that I did buy at Blade Show, and maybe we'll figure this out together. So I bought that FM1. I also bought this Chevron, and then there was one more that I bought, which is the Laconico design by Artisan Cutlery, the Rebel. So taking a quick look at this list, I think I would have been better off perhaps not buying this one. This is the Chevron. This is a Matthew Christensen design, but this one was about $320, give or take. So I absolutely love the FM1. Really haven't given much pocket time to the Laconico design. Maybe I don't get this one and would have got that one. I don't know. Point being is I should have picked up this goddamn Buckhorn. I like it very much so. I think I've only ever had one Ken Onion design in my collection, and that was the Redemption, which was the CRKT Hogue OEM knife. Stuck around for a very brief moment, and then I kicked that one down the road. But this one right here, people, I am impressed. Look at the multiple patterns of milling we've got, you know. Didn't touch on that. Full-length titanium backspacer, geared towards the back, stands ever so slightly proud. I fucking love it. What do you want me to tell you? I love it. I might just be getting this bitch. But more importantly, I want to know what you fuckers think. Are you digging this Buckhorn? How about Mr. Ken Onion? Tell me all about it. Love you, mean it. Until the next time. Cut something. Cut someone. Just don't cut yourself. Stay dangerous, fuckers.